went missing has not been seen since, but we'll keep you posted as we learn more. Police say at some point a statement or some more news is forthcoming. We'll keep you posted. For now, live in Portage, I'm Cody Combs, News Channel 3.
All right, Cody, thank you. In just a few minutes, bike riders will begin 2 memorial rides in honor of the victims of the Kalamazoo biking tragedy. It happened 1 year ago tonight. News Channel 3 anchor Kate Tillotson is live at the Kalamazoo County Health and Community Services Complex, the starting point, Kate, for both of those routes.
Yeah, we're so close now, Andy, just 5 minutes away from the start of this ride. We have heard from Kalamazoo Mayor Bobby Hopewell, who coincidentally lost his oldest sister this week. She passed away on Monday, so he's here with a heavy heart, but he took a look at this crowd. And why don't you take a look as well? And he said, Kalamazoo, this is what strong looks like. Hundreds of people have come out in support of the 9 cyclists who were struck on June 7th, 2016. You know, the cyclists here tonight have so many different reasons for being here. Some of them have personal ties to that crash. Some want to help raise awareness for bike safety. Others have told us that they're just here to show support. And we wanted to talk quickly with a couple of them over here. Good evening, ma'am. What's your name and why are you here?
I'm Marianne Went, and I'm here because I'm fairly new to biking, only 3 years, and the support that came out after the accident last year was just incredible. It was a huge change in dynamics and how we were treated on the road, and I just want to keep that going.
What's your name, ma'am?
Susan Sheehan.
Kalamazoo City officials say that this accident shined a bright light on biking safety in our area. Would you agree?
Yes, that is very true.
Why are you here tonight?
I am here tonight because a lot of the riders were part of the Richland community. My children went to Gull Lake, and then Mark Rose is one of my neighbors, so it kind of touched personally.
Okay. All right, guys. Thanks. Good luck tonight. We want to send it back to the studio. We'll have much more team coverage for you live from Kalamazoo on this Finish the Ride event today. Andy.
Okay, thank you. More bad news for the traditional American brick and mortar shopping industry. Sears is shutting down another 49 Kmart stores and another 17 Sears department stores nationwide. Most will close by September. Affected locally are 3 northern Michigan Kmarts and a Kmart in Mishawaka, Indiana. Sears already announced 180 department store closures earlier this year, and that includes 1 location in Grand Rapids. Sears has now closed almost half of its total stores nationwide in the last 5 years as it turns more focus to online sales. Well, speaking of, Walmart has rolled out online grocery pickup. Customers can now shop tens of thousands of items online or through a mobile browser, and Walmart says orders can be ready for pickup immediately. At one super Walmart in Oklahoma, they're testing out a self-service kiosk available to customers to pick up their orders in the outer parking lot. You don't even have to come in, and the service is completely free. There is a minimum purchase of $30. An apple a day keeps the doctor away, but how about an egg? The surprising health benefits an egg can have for your kids. Welcome back to News Channel 3. New research shows that eating eggs can be a critical part of your child's diet. Scientists at Washington University looked at babies between the ages of 6 and 9 months in Ecuador. One group of infants ate an egg every day for 6 months and the other didn't. The study found that babies who ate the eggs weighed more and grew taller.
Eggs contain all 9 essential amino acids necessary for growth of tissue like muscle tissue. And that's why they're considered a high-quality protein. Eggs are also highly digestible.
And doctors say eggs are a simple and inexpensive way to fight malnutrition, which does affect 1 in every 4 children worldwide.
News Channel 3 starts off with breaking news right now.
And we are following breaking news right now at the home of missing Schoolcraft teacher Theresa Lockhart. There is a large police presence and the MSP Crime Lab is there as we speak. Theresa Lockhart has been missing for 20 days. News Channel 3 investigative reporter Cody Combs has been on the scene since 5 o'clock and joining us now with the very latest from that active criminal investigation. Cody.
Andy, about an hour ago, police and a SWAT team were inside the home of Theresa Lockhart. No word yet on if they found anything or what's going to happen next. But Chris Lockhart, he also lives here too. He is the husband. He is also, according to police, a person of interest in her disappearance. He is standing right across the street, and you can get a real-time look at that right now. Chris Lockhart standing about 20 feet away from his home and the home of Theresa Lockhart. She has not been seen in some 20 days. If you take a look at this video from about an hour ago, you can see a lot of action happening. They blocked off part of this street to keep the pedestrians away. Not yet clear what, if anything, they found inside the home, but they've been trying to get inside this home for about 20 days. But according to police, Chris would not let them inside. Today is the first time in 20 days they've been allowed inside the home of Theresa Lockhart. Now, she has not been seen since May 18th, essentially. Coming out of that gym, she had missed a couple of days of school prior. After those days, the school finally called in and essentially said, we don't know where she is, we're concerned. That brings us to the here and now. Chris Lockhart, her husband, is in fact a person of interest, and that has scared quite a few people in this neighborhood. Take a listen to one of those people I interviewed just a few moments ago.
I saw the police and the SWAT go in. They went into his house, they pulled him out, they had a talk with them, and they sent him back in. And now they got a lab here, probably for DNA testing, I have no idea. And they're checking out this whole situation. There's police cars blocking the road and not letting anyone in.
For all the action that's happened in the last hour, the big question remains after 20 days, where is Theresa Lockhart? That's something we're looking into. That's something investigators are trying to find out. We're told more news is forthcoming. We'll keep you posted. We're not going anywhere as we learn more. Reporting live in Portage, I'm Cody Combs, News Channel 3.
All right, Cody, thank you. A memorial service tonight, exactly 1 year after 5 people were killed and 4 more critically injured during an evening bike ride through Kalamazoo County. That became the second tragedy in the Kalamazoo area within months. And since then, several West Michigan communities have passed bike ordinances, and a number of tributes has been created to honor the victims. And that includes 2 memorial bike rides getting underway in just a matter of minutes. We have live team coverage as we mark the 1-year anniversary of the Kalamazoo biking tragedy. We begin tonight with News Channel 3 anchor Kate Tillotson, live from the Kalamazoo Health and Community Services Complex on Gull Road, where hundreds, Kate, are about to finish the ride.
Andy, riders describe this as an open wound in Kalamazoo, and it has left us all with heavy hearts, but also with determined minds. I want you to take a look behind me at all of the riders who have come out. We are told that 250 people pre-registered for this event, but you can see there are a lot more than 250 people here. The Chain Gang surviving members are leading this ride, and they are riding out as we speak, and everyone else will follow them. Now, they've found comfort certainly in banding together, mourning together, and organizing events like this one in the past year that not only honor the victims and the survivors, but also raise awareness of biking safety. The 5 people who were killed on June 7th, 2016, 74-year-old Larry Pollock, a 73-year-old Tony Nelson, both of Kalamazoo, and 56-year-old Suzanne Sipple, 42-year-old Melissa Fevig Hughes, and 53-year-old Deb Bradley from Augusta. The 4 survivors, Jennifer Johnson of Kalamazoo and Sheila Jeske, Paul Gobble, and Paul Runnels. We're told all 4 are here, and there they are at the front of this line. Well, in the last year, there have been memorial services, silent rides, and donations collected for the victims' families, but perhaps one of the most notable events was on June 14th, 2016, a week after the tragedy. You'll remember Lance Armstrong, one of the world's most recognizable cyclists, was so grief-stricken by this tragedy that he visited Kalamazoo personally. He led a ride that drew crowds of people, 700 cyclists, in fact, and it sent a powerful message to not be afraid to ride. Lance Armstrong also went to both Borges and Bronson to visit with the families of the victims. Well, News Channel 3 has live team coverage of this anniversary ride from the starting line here on Gull Road in Kalamazoo to the crash site itself, and that's where we find News Channel 3's Nikki Zizaza. We want to go live out to Nikki.
Kate, the ghost bikes along this road represent the 5 lives lost 1 year ago today, but I'm told it also serves as a protest to prevent another cycling tragedy. It was Tuesday, June 7th at around 6 p.m. when a group of 9 cyclists known as the Chain Gang headed out for a regular bike ride. Around 6:20, multiple 911 calls started coming into 3 different agencies about an erratic driver in a blue pickup truck. Public safety officers, deputies, and police on alert, searching for the out-of-control driver who police later identified as Charles Pickett Jr. of Battle Creek. By 6:30, the cycling group was on their way to Plainwell and pedaling up this hilly 2-way street when police say Pickett's truck slammed into the group, killing 5 and sending 4 to the hospital. The crash so horrific, the NTSB launched a massive investigation. National interest even prompted well-known cyclist Lance Armstrong to come to Kalamazoo and participate in a memorial ride. And as weeks passed, investigators revealed the 50-year-old driver had swallowed a cocktail of drugs before the crash. Pickett facing numerous charges, including second-degree murder, and if convicted, could be facing life in prison. But as survivors continue to heal, the community is coming together once again in solidarity. Now, cyclists are expected to ride by this memorial any second now. Many of the motorists saying they just hope this is a wake-up call to all those on the road. Kate.
We're going to be up soon.
All right, so let's swing this way.
Well, Nikki, thank you. And many of the riders that you see here behind me didn't come straight from work. They didn't come straight from home. They came from a memorial service that was held a little earlier this afternoon at 5 o'clock, right before the starting time. News Channel 3's Anna Giles was there. We want to go now live to her, where that service, Anna, wrapped up just a short time ago.
Kate, organizers say this memorial service was all about love and healing within the Kalamazoo community. The 4 survivors of this biking tragedy were here earlier, greeting people as they arrived. They have been through so much in the last year, yet maintain so much hope. They say they are humbled by the dozens of people who turned out for tonight's service. Each of them tell us they don't remember much about what happened the night of this accident. Over the last year, they have been recovering from severe injuries. One survivor tells us the tragedy has helped him remember what's good in life. Survivor Jennifer Johnson gave credit to the first responders on scene trying to help the 9 bikers who were hit. She says her participation in the bike ride tonight is to honor them.
We want to do this for the first responders that were there so they can see
Absolutely.
how far we've come, and it's only because they did such a phenomenal job that night. I can't even imagine a different situation, so we're so grateful.
And again, the 4 survivors have maintained a very positive attitude despite all they have been through. Their main message to the Kalamazoo community tonight: treat people with kindness. Live in Kalamazoo, Anna Giles, News Channel 3.
Once again, this is the starting point of the ride that will closely follow the one that was intended a year ago on June 7th, 2016. It's a 28.5-mile ride, leaving from here, the Kalamazoo Health and Community Center off Gull Road, winding through Kalamazoo, Cooper Township, up to Plainwell and back. A shorter ride, also just left from the same location. It goes to the site of last year's crash just north of Markin Glen Park. Now, if you weren't able to attend this event, but you do want to help, you do want to show support, you can donate. We have information about that on our website. Kalamazoo Strong is accepting donations. Actually, we're going to hear from the Vice President of Kalamazoo Strong, Tony Daniels, coming up in our next hour. We're live in Kalamazoo. Kate Tillotson, News Channel 3.
All right, Kate, thank you. A new report reveals Michigan could be on the brink of a housing crisis.
Kind of veering towards a cliff where affordability for the average middle-class citizen of our state is in jeopardy.
All new at 6, what home builders say needs to be done now to prevent economic disaster later in Michigan. 4 law enforcement officers from West Michigan, all of whom were killed in the line of duty last year, will be honored at tonight's Detroit Tigers game. Richland native and Wayne State Police Sergeant Colin Rose was killed on patrol near campus last November. The search continues for his killer. Branch County Deputy Michael Winter, along with Berrien County Court bailiffs Joe Zangaro and Ron Kinzel. Also, 3 Detroit police officers will be honored tonight. The Tigers say that $10 from every ticket package will go to the National Law Enforcement Memorial Fund.
Lots of sunshine across West Michigan right now, and it looks like we're in for super weather tomorrow, but there are big changes on the way. They're going to involve a need for AC. I'll tell you about some hot weather coming up.
Welcome back. Major developments right now in the search for a missing schoolcraft teacher, Theresa Lockhart. We've been following breaking news since 5 o'clock now, over an hour. Police are inside the home of that missing woman. She's been missing for nearly 3 weeks. News Channel 3 investigative reporter Cody Combs has been at the scene tonight talking with police and neighbors. He joins us again live with new information. Cody.
Andy, quite the juxtaposition inside Theresa Lockhart's home. Police and a SWAT team we saw earlier, presumably looking for Theresa Lockhart. She has not been seen in 20 or so days. On the other side, her husband is standing there. Her husband, the key point of this, is in fact a person of interest in her disappearance. According to Portage Police, you can take a look right over here. He is seemingly standing just about 20 or 30 feet across from his home, where they are presumably searching for Theresa Lockhart or some sign of her. Just kind of seemingly unfazed, standing there and watching as all of this happens. Theresa Lockhart, a teacher at Schoolcraft, lives right here in Portage, has not been seen for 20 days. She was last seen essentially coming out of a gym on May 18th. Ever since then, though, no sign of her. And they have continued to look for her for the last few weeks. Things have changed. Over the last 2 weeks, we've learned that Christopher Lockhart, according to police, is in fact a person of interest. He has not commented to us as of yet, but he is standing about 30 feet away from the home where police and a SWAT team searched just a few moments ago. We'll keep you posted as we learn more. Reporting live in Portage, I'm Cody Combs, News Channel 3.
All right, Cody, thanks. More on that tonight at 11 and on WWMT.com. Home builders in West Michigan say we are on the brink of a crisis. The price of regulations and materials have skyrocketed, and builders say that could negatively impact the economy of our state. News Channel 3's Christine Van Timmeren is live in the newsroom now with the recommendations home builders are making to state and local leaders. Christine.
Andy, home builders say our state is facing a housing shortage that may become a housing crisis. Not only is existing home inventory low, but affordable new housing is virtually non-existent, making it extremely difficult to attract new people and new business. Home builders like Scott Duluth with Duluth Builders say business is great and he's staying busy, but
the problems are in the cost. I think they're getting out of control.
Duluth says a house he built last year would cost $65,000 more to build this year. Jerry Whitaker, president of the Home Builders Association of Western Michigan, says there are 3 big reasons for that.
The first is delays by regulation. The second is the cost of regulation. And the third is, the skilled labor shortage.
Duluth, Whitaker, and others are sounding the alarm, saying communities need to come together to find solutions. Bob Fica, CEO of the Home Builders Association of Michigan, says new starter home construction is not economically feasible anymore.
We're kind of veering towards a cliff where affordability for the average middle-class citizen of our state is in jeopardy.
Fica hopes communities take note.
So the world's changed, and we want to make sure community leaders understand that the home building industry has changed, and they have to look at changing their practices.
Home builders want state and city leaders to consider the impact of taxes, fees, and regulations on home prices. Fica fears if they don't, our state will lose out on economic development.
If we want companies to come here and bring jobs here, we need to make sure that housing is available for the workers that they hire.
The Home Builders Association of Michigan says it wants communities and our state to consider implementing incentives or reduced regulatory costs for home builders to help spur development. To see the full report and recommendations, you can go to our website, WWMT.com. Live in the newsroom, Christine Van Timmeren, News Channel 3.
Well, near perfect weather conditions across West Michigan today, and that's going to continue for tonight. with sunny skies and very nice temps. Let's run it forward here all the way up to midnight, and you see we'll be in the 70s until about 9, and then after midnight those temps will fall. We'll be at about 60 degrees by the time we get to midnight, and again there'll be lots of stars. A little bit warmer than where we were last night and this morning, closer to average, but that's still cool. Now our Thursday thumbnail, near perfect conditions. Here's a look at what we're looking at for 8 a.m., midday, and 5 p.m. with abundant sunshine, just a couple of clouds maybe. We start off in the low 50s by 8 a.m. up to 56, 72 at midday, and 5 o'clock we'll be at 78. Let's go hour by hour here. We're running our clock through the day on Thursday. Nothing's happening tonight, and as you can see, nothing's happening tomorrow either. Nothing but sunshine. Now Thursday night we start to see some clouds building, and Friday morning our forecast model showing some showers, maybe a thunderstorm moving through. Doesn't hang around long. By early afternoon, it's gone, and we'll get back to seeing some sunshine. And then the weekend heat starts to build, and I think that's what everybody's going to be buzzing about. Saturday, looking at a high of 86, again with lots of sunshine. Typical highs about 80. Sunday, we're going to be up around 90, and it's going to last for a few days. This heat will be around into early next week, as I'll show you coming up in the 7-day in about 30 seconds. Right now, Kalamazoo, sunny, 76 degrees with a northeast breeze at 8. That humidity way down at 26%. The air's pretty dry with those dew points down. 78 in Allegan and Grand Rapids. That's about the high that we had yesterday. It's a little cooler along the lakeshore with 69 in South Haven and Benton Harbor, mid-70s around Marshall and also Charlotte. Your forecast for tonight, perfect evening, starry and cool overnight with a low around 52 degrees. For tomorrow, looking at abundant sunshine, near average temperatures with a high of 78. Here's your 7-day. Already ran you through that Friday shower threat. Saturday, Sunday heating up, and look at that, even next Tuesday, looking at a high around 90 degrees. It will easily be the hottest stretch of weather we have had so far this year. We'll have more news for you coming up in just a couple.
Former Pro Bowl receiver and Super Bowl champion Greg Jennings holding his 9th annual football and cheer camp on Saturday at K Central. The camp is free and open to boys and girls ages 8 to 18. Players will receive instruction from a large contingent of WMU football players, 20 to 25 players, a list that includes running back Jarvion Franklin and quarterbacks Tom Flacco and John Wasink. High school softball, perennial power K Christian back in the regionals for a 6th straight season. The Comets, who will face Three Oaks River Valley on Saturday, lost to Decatur in last year's regional final, but have been to the state title game in 3 of the last 4 seasons. K Christian hitting .319 as a team with 4 players hitting better than .400. Head coach Terry Reynolds says the Comets certainly have some potent bats, but the team's offense is not its greatest strength.
Strength has been defense. Our pitching this year, we have 2 really experienced pitchers, both through travel ball and both through high school ball. They live, eat, drink, sleep softball.
Practice makes perfect, and how we practice is how we play. So when we're taking swings down in the batting cage, every swing counts, and every swing is how we will swing on the field. So we just have to focus and make sure that what we're doing in practice is how we're going to do it out there.
Marshall soccer team winning last night. We'll hear from the victorious Redhawks tonight at 10 and 11.
Okay. Weather continues to be nice for us tonight. It will be pleasant tomorrow. We'll see a high of 78, showers on Friday, and then getting much hotter over the weekend.
All right, Keith, thank you. Tonight, the memorial rides for the victims and the survivors of last year's deadly biking tragedy in Kalamazoo are in progress right now. News Channel 3's Kate Tillotson live at the starting point of both rides. And Kate, how's the atmosphere been out there so far?
Oh, Andy, it was remarkable as we looked at a sea of bikers here on Gull Road. Mayor Bobby Hopewell looked out and he said, this is what Kalamazoo Strong looks like. Those riders are long gone by now. They left at the top of the hour on their miles-long journey in honor of the 9 cyclists that were struck on this day a year ago. We'll have much more coverage of this event for you tonight at 10 and 11.
Kate, thank you. Live at the scene of that memorial ride. And of course, we're also following that breaking news in Portage, where the crime lab is now at the house of missing Schoolcraft teacher Theresa Lockhart. That's all the time we have tonight. Thanks for joining us here on News Channel 3. We'll see you at 10 on the CW7 and right back here at 11. Until then, depend on our website, WWMT.com.